tell the story all about the Louise and the Enchanted Creatures. There was once a little boy named Louis who spent most of his time reading all kinds of books. He was a curious little boy and wanted to know many things. Louis' favorite book was a huge violet one which contained secret stories about enchanted creatures of the Philippines. One day, Louis read the book under the huge baleta tree. The baleta tree had a strange, twisting branches from which enchanted creatures were believed to emerge. Now the book was very interesting indeed. As he read, Louis met each enchanted creature in his mind. One such creature was the hopper. The hopper is a big and ugly creature that smokes an enormous cigar. The copper smoke can cause you to lose your reason. You can even be buried alive by its ashes. If you are not careful, this is possible because the copper's leg can easily be mistaken for the baleta tree in which it hides. The Chanak was another creature to beware of. It appears a crying baby lost in the forest. If you should stop and ask why the baby is crying, the Chanak immediately grabs you with its sharp claws and eats you up. Yes, the Chanak is indeed a hungry little monster. Another enchanted creature was the Tikbalang, which has the face of a horse and the body of a man. When the moon is full, it sits in the baleta tree, awaiting its winter. The Tikbalang eats anyone that passes under the tree just a gulp. Then of course, there was the Aswang, which is horrible, which with magical powers. The Aswang fools people by disguising itself as an animal. It steals chickens and pigs from nearby farms and frightens people with ugliness and magical powers. The Nunusapunso was an old creature that lives under a mound of soil. In passing any mound of soil, you have to excuse yourself. Excuse me po, tabi-tabi po, and greet the unseen Nuno to show respect. Or else, it will cast some evil spell on you to show anger. Finally, there was the Batbat, a snake-like creature that lives in a tree. The good Batbat guides and watches over travelers at night with its strange sounding. Night had quietly fallen as the was finished reading. The moon is full, and strange shadow fell across the forest. Hungry for dinner, Louis began to walk home. Suddenly, the book flew from his hand and lay open on the ground. It must be wind, whispered the frightened little boy, though there was not even the slightest breeze in the air. Louis bravely peered into the book, and from its page emerged the 6 enchanted creatures. Greetings from the underworld, said the majestic Tikbalang. We have been asked to prove to you the greatness of your powers. This can't be true, cried Louis. It must be dreaming. If you can believe it, then we are prepared to show you a little demonstration, are we not? Said the Nuno. Yes, shrieked the creatures. Louis was too shocked to move. He just stood there, and open-mouthed. Relax, the copra consoled him. Here, share a cigar with me. You wouldn't have a much on you by any chance, would you? Luckily, Louis did, and handed it to the copra. But as it popped, it began to cough. My mom has been telling me to quit smoking. I really should. The cobra's cough woke the sleeping Chana, and it began to cry. And no baby did it truly cry. Uha, 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 wailed the baby Chana with feeling. Stop it! Shouted the angry tikbalang. We are here to prove our powers, not to look like fools. What will Louis think of us? Stop it! I say stop it! Uha, uha, uha! Answered the Chana, which meant I can't. By this time, the Batibat wanted to leave the tree. To comfort the Chana, but it found itself stuck in the tree because it had eaten too much for dinner. Meanwhile, the swan clung on the tree because it was afraid of all the noise and the dark. Poor swan. Louis could no longer contain his laughter. What a funny bunch of creatures. Excuse me, sir, he said to the Nuno. But can you... Don't bother me now, son, replied the Nuno. Powers to show. What powers? I should remember. Remember what? What? I forgot. This was absolutely and extremely ridiculous. The copra continued coughing. The Chanak went on crying. The tikbalang shouted angrily, "Stop it!" The Batibat was still stuck. The aswang trembled in fear, and the Nuno continued to forget. Only Louis laughed. As dawn neared, the creatures grew quiet. Please, Louis, they begged. Do not tell a soul of our real nature. People need to be frightened of us. If you were able to keep this a secret, we will send you a gift. So Louis grew up to be a young man. He had been able to keep his encounter with the enchanted creatures a secret. And as most young men do, Louis eventually fell in love with a young woman. It was only on Louis' wedding day that he realized that his young bride coughed in the company of smokers. Easily cried, angered quickly, ate a lot, feared the dark, and was hopelessly forgetful. Could it be? No, it couldn't be. It couldn't. It couldn't be. But it was, as a matter of fact, she was. Louis' bride-to-be was the gift that the enchanted creatures promised, and she knew about it. See?